I'm on mute, man. Rookie error, man. I've been doing this now. How many years have I been doing this now for? And I've put myself on mute. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Good evening to everyone. We're back. Another TG podcast. Happy Monday to everyone. We're here talking everything Arsenal, guys. Hope everyone's doing well as always. We've got Seb with us. We've got Cooper. We've got Rory. No Dom tonight because Dom's going to play. Of course, he's a professional footballer, so he's going to play football today for his team. So big up to Dom, mate. Hope it goes well. But yeah, so it's us for tonight. How you guys all doing? You guys all good?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, we won. So yeah,
we actually won, man. It's no therapy settings anymore. It's
I know. Although it's Michael Oliver therapy settings.
Oh dearie me.
Do we bitch or do we rejoice?
Oh dearie me.
I had to disguise myself going to the gym today. I had an Arsenal shirt underneath, so yeah, just in case Michael Oliver was there to kick me out. So.
Yeah, but we are of course going to go into that. I think first because you know what happened in the game. But yeah, in this we're going to be talking quickly about the Wolves result. We're talking about because we are, believe it or not, guys, we are in a transfer window. Do you guys know? Like the window's actually open. There's
I did not know that.
Like, believe it or not, it ain't just January. Actually, there is a window open right now.
I think it's next month.
But yeah, I mean, what? 27 days in, and we've done this loan Marquinhos back to Brazil. But yeah, it's mad.
Crickets,
yeah,
man.
We also do have a game Champions League on Wednesday against Girona, so we're going to look into that as well. But yeah, let's get started, guys. Big up the chat as always. Make sure you get your thoughts in down below. Let's start just quickly talking about the Wolves win. Of course, I know I don't want to spend about 8 hours talking about the referee, but I know we have to talk. I know we should probably start there first, to be honest, about this game. Before we talk about the game overall, let's quickly get out of the way, people, so it's done and dusted. Michael Oliver is a prick. It's as simple as that. I'll come to you first, Seb, mate. Just quickly on the referee decision, on Lewis Skelly, on this referee, what do you make of it, mate? On that awful, horrendous decision on Lewis Skelly, mate.
Oh man, that's an absolute farce. Honestly, the fact that pretty much everyone else agrees that it wasn't a sending off, even rival fans, even Wolves fans, even pundits, everyone is saying that it weren't a red. And it's pretty obvious it weren't. Because I'm sorry, yes, it probably might have been a late cynical foul. But first of all, it was in Wolves' half. It wasn't even in our half. And there were a few Arsenal players around him. He was not the last man. And he was miles away from the goal. And you could tell he couldn't wait to get that out. He couldn't wait. And the fact is that this has been way too many times now when this man has made so many farcical decisions against us. Too many times. And fans and Arsenal fans are getting just about fed up with it. That was why you saw all the meltdown and all that, despite the results. Because we're getting just about fed up with it. Because this is the same ref that sent off a couple seasons ago in that exact same fixture, Martinelli, when he didn't even realise he had the first one. Did you? You never seen that since?
That was against Wolves as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, the same fixture, like I said a few years ago. Yeah. The same ref early this season that sent off Trossard when no, he didn't need to do that. Yes, Trossard was probably silly for kicking the ball away, but no, that was not worthy of a second yellow. And plus he kicked it away on his whistle. So no. And what really irritates me more is that in that same Arsenal City fixture last season, he didn't send off Kovacic for 2 red card tackles, especially the second one. The first one, he got a yellow, which, for some case, I could kind of understand. But the second one, for him to just go like this completely, I'm just like...
Well, he didn't want to impact the game.
Yeah, I know. It's just a joke. And then this is all the rubbish you hear because they want to protect their mates. It's just a joke. And whoever came up with this fact that he's the best referee in this country, no. He is one of the worst. And let's be honest, they're all awful. But this one, I'm sorry, he's one of the worst. And like he makes too many farcical decisions against us, and that was the worst out of the lot. That was the final straw for me. I'm sorry, there is no way that man can ever referee an Arsenal game again. And it's pretty clear he doesn't like us. He has something against us, because if you look at the stats, he's had more red cards. He's had 8 against us. Liverpool and Man City, when he's refed, 1. Everyone, the next to that, I think, is 3 or 4. I'm sorry. And most of those red cards that he's dished out were not red cards. Were no way, especially not at the weekend. So I honestly just don't think that this guy likes us. And it's clear that this is going to get overturned. But if he does, then Michael Oliver needs to be punished, because I'm tired every time that these refs, the amount of protection they get is a joke. But whenever managers or players question it, they're the ones that suffer the consequences. Like refs, 9 times out of 10, you'll be refed again next week. And this could be the only job that you can be constantly awful at and not go punished and get pay rises. This must be the only job. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. And
playing off the Arsenal bench, let's be honest.
It's not. And fair enough. Maybe some of the abuse he's got is terrible. It's not good. You shouldn't be doing that towards anyone to go as far. But all I'm going to say with that is don't let BGML, don't let that completely wash away and neglect the actual real issue that it happened at the weekend. That it's a fact that it addressed the issue. Because I'm sorry, that is a disgrace. That is probably one of the worst red cards I have ever seen, and you'll never see it again. You'll never see someone go for that again. And Arsenal has every right to question it and put in a complaint. They have every right to do it. David Coote, especially when he came out and Liverpool did it with Diego, he ultimately came out and said he didn't like Liverpool. He didn't like Klopp. So Arsenal has a case, because I'm sorry, and they can back all this up with evidence of all these other decisions. And they are allowed to do that. So we've got to do that. There's no way this ref can manage us again. He should be punished for a while. But from the sounds of things, it doesn't look like PGML are going to do anything. They're just going to come on.
No, they won't. They won't.
No, they won't, because they're just as bad to blame. And VAR, don't let them get away with it, because how on earth did they not come in and say, you've got this wrong, you need to go and... How on earth? Because everyone all knew it was not a red. Everyone all knew. Everyone. Like I said, even Wolves fans, even rival fans, even ex-referees, even pundits that don't like us. Everyone knows that was a horrific decision. And it could have cost us. Thankfully, it didn't. And I'm proud of the players for really standing up and like say, you know what, we're not going to be cheated here. We're not going to let this go. Fair enough. But I'm sorry, but the fact is that we won, and I'm still fuming and talking about it. Shows you how bad it is. And it worries me that things like this are just going to continue. And we know all refs are bad, but I'm sorry. Something has got to be done. And when will something ever be done? When will this end? Because it's killing the game. And trust me, you can all see better refs at grassroots levels and young kids levels rather than this garbage, because it is an absolute joke. You cannot possibly call this the best league in the world if they have the worst officials. And if they're saying Michael Oliver is the best or one of the best, then I'm sorry, that just tells you everything you need to know, because he is a disgrace and he is not allowed to manage an Arsenal ref and officiate an Arsenal game ever again. That was the final straw for me, because that is farcical, along with all the others. It just doesn't make sense. But they've got to act. They have got to do something, because this is otherwise you're just backing all this to continue. And I know people like Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and Jamie Redknapp stick up for refs all the time. Well, I'm like, okay, is this what you want to continue? Is this what you want to continue? This farcical that is killing the game? No, if I went against you, you'll be your teams, you'll be fuming just as much. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous. And sorry, last thing before I let everyone
No,
else.
no, of course.
This Wolves player that got the second yellow, it was worse than Timber.
Yeah.
But he only gave him a yellow, and it was only worthy of a second yellow. And fortunately, he was already on a yellow, so he had to go. So if he wasn't on a yellow, he would have only got a yellow. See, it doesn't make sense. You can still give someone a straight red from it who's already been booked to extend their ban. But instead, it's Marcus Lewis Skelly that's going to serve a 3-match ban, and that Wolves player that's only going to serve 1. And this is wrong. It doesn't make sense. It is beyond a scandal. This he couldn't wait to do it. He went straight like that. It's just.
But
Oh
yeah.
my goodness! I'm sorry. This cannot. When will this end? Because it's just beyond a joke. He doesn't like us, and he's an awful ref. I'm sorry. That's how it is. Yes, fair enough. Some of the abuse that has probably gone too far, especially if you're threatening him and going to and saying things about his family. No, that shouldn't be the case in any sense. But that's not allowed to wash away completely the real problem and just use it as another way to stick up for your friends, because I know that's what it will do. And the fact is, refs get abused all the time and get threats like that all the time when things go wrong, which is wrong. Fair enough. But why have they suddenly chosen this game in particular to bring it all up to highlight? The fact that they've chosen this game in particular sums up how bad it really was. It really will. And you wait. They'll use it as another way to protect their friends, and then nothing will get done. For the sounds of it, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything. And that is what's wrong with this modern football. I don't know when it will end, but oh man. See, I can go on all night.
Yeah, we could, man. But no, I said,
joke.
I thought you made some really very well said, man. Very well put. I mean, I'll come to you next, Cooper, bro, because listen, I got you watching Serie A this season, and you know the first thing you said to me was the referees. That's the first thing you brought up when we was doing the Serie A together. That's the first thing you said. The referees actually let the game play.
Yeah.
But
they're
what do you
invisible
make
for
of
the most part.
Yeah, exactly. What do you make of this referee decision? I mean, especially in the game against Wolves as well on Lewis Skelly, man.
I mean, after watching a different league and you know, I don't get how these guys in the Premier League, like, is there a reason why they can't have European refs? Why they have to be English, or is it kind of like, I mean, we would call it like, you know, like I don't know, you're part of like a club. You know what I mean? And only certain people are allowed in the club, and you know, it's secretive, and it's this and it's that, and you know, it's corrupt. Money corrupts everything. You know, and I've been saying about American sports, like, you know, last couple of years, the refs are ruining it. You know, it's hard for a defensive player to play a defense because everybody wants, you know, 45-30 scores and not 10-7, you know, with a defensive battle. And my message to Michael Oliver is simple. You don't want people saying shit about you online. Don't be front and center of every Arsenal game that is played. I mean, he makes absolute crap decisions. Again, ones that you will only see once and will never happen again. You know, Seb, I agree with you 100% on 100% of everything you said. You know, it's frustrating, you know, and you're right. Like, man, that card came out quick. And supposedly VAR checked it and they were ready to go. Like, whoa. We're at a pivotal point in the game. You know, we're still so early into the game, and you're not going to go look at the monitor. I mean, you know, in the NFL, for instance, If you're going to throw somebody out, they go to the monitor. They have to. They have to go to the monitor, and they're told what to do by the people that are looking at everything, not by the decision on the person on the ground, by what you see. You know, but if you want to make, again, it's amazing to me that, it's amazing to me when you watch other, I mean, like, it's so slow. But again, like Michael Oliver, stop making shitty calls. Stop being the center of attention after every Arsenal game. If you don't want your family to get threatened, which I think is horrible, you know, unfortunately, you know, nowadays people can hide behind keyboards. You know, back in my day, you would get an ass kicking. You know what I mean. But he's ridiculous, and if he is what they call the best referee, and then, you know, my opinion of the Premier League just went to shit.
Yeah, no, fair, very well said as always, Superman. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Rory, man, quickly come to you on the ref decision, man. Obviously, what do you make of it, bro? And just overall, it's not the first time, is it, man? What he's
No. I mean, I'm struggling to figure out what's worse. The Lee Mason incident when he forgot to draw the offside lines, or that one the other day. I honestly can't tell which one is worse. Michael Oliver, for me, that is it. Like, the fact we've still not cut losses with him as a Premier League referee is just mind-boggling. The fact he's signed up for Saudi by, coincidentally, the Manchester City owners. And he's a Newcastle fan. Like, why am I fucking surprised? Right, another Premier League club. So why is he officiating in the Premier League is my question. And you know what? I feel for Lewis Skelly because he's 18 years of age. He's living the dream playing in the Premier League, biggest league in the world, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. And he gets shafted like that by an incompetent referee. I'm hearing Arsenal are going to show evidence with the Bruno Fernandes red card against Wolves to overturn it. I mean, like, if that does not get overturned, I honestly don't know what to say anymore. And the fact is, right, I've even seen people on Twitter trying to justify that red card. And I'm sat there like, just please, do you want the sport to be shit or what? Because I keep seeing screenshots of Lewis Skelly's foot before it eventually made contact to make it look bad. I'm sorry, but is football played on still images or what? What are we doing here? I've watched replay after replay, and it's a yellow card. It's before half time. No big deal. Getting at half time, regroup, we go again. Right, we weren't that great with 11 men, to be honest, before the red card, but that is completely irrelevant because that is a huge moment in the game that could have easily, you know, hindered us. But luckily it didn't. But Michael Oliver, yeah, honestly, that Mr. Bean looking motherfucker needs to just get honestly. The fact the PGMOL, right? Obviously, I don't condone abuse, none of that. But I think this is an example of Howard Webb backtracking here, trying to protect these referees. Because A, when have you seen an English referee on social media? So where is he getting the abuse from? And B, if it's from Arsenal fans outside the ground after the game, then surely there would have been video evidence. So for me, it's all waffle. But obviously, I'm no mind reader. Like, I can't tell what is going on.
Rory,
but
can I ask you a question?
go on.
Do the refs have to answer like publicly for why they made the decision, like right after the game? Like in America, like if a ref makes a decision, they have to validate it, why they made
Yeah.
the decision.
I don't think you really see that, do you, over here?
I mean, with like English referees and European referees getting introduced, we've seen English referees going to the Euros, for crying out loud, a European competition.
Yeah, mad.
So, like, why can't we see European referees in the Premier League? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to go in for a tackle flat-footed, are you? Going to raise your foot. It's a trip. And Matt Doherty falls down like he's in a Bonnie Blue video for 12 fucking hours. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. At first, when the red card first got given, I was like, nah, he's pulled the wrong card, hasn't he? He's pulled out the wrong card, surely.
Yeah, when you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on? There's no way. There's no way he's just whipped out a card like that because of a tactical foul. And now what that's done is it's set out a blueprint to the rest of, the PGMOL and, the Premier League justification pretty much. That now if you get sent off for a tactical foul, you get sent off. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic.
Well,
What
and they
I've
said,
seen on display, to be honest with you.
and they said Oliver said he thought he got him on the Achilles, and when you look at it, and that's why PGMOL is behind him, because he honestly thinks that he got his Achilles, but but there was no way he did.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing as well. The VAR came out and said that was violent conduct.
I know.
Violent conduct? You're taking a piss.
Like
violent
this.
conduct.
Do you mean serious foul play?
Sorry, serious foul play.
Yeah,
No, serious foul play. I'm just unbelievable.
That was the quickest VAR decision I've ever seen in my life.
I swear they brought up violent conduct. Like, are you actually taking the piss? I mean, despite Wolves going down to 10 men, it still felt like they had an extra man. It still felt like it was 11v10 with Michael Oliver. And look, back onto the statement that was released, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Mm.
This wouldn't happen if VAR actually did their jobs properly. Because it's not just Michael Oliver, it's the people at VAR at Stockley Park. What are they doing? I've literally said for ages, right? These guys are ICT merchants. Congratulations. Congratulations, you passed computing GCSEs. So did I, mate, last year. Yeah, I mean, you won't see me getting a job there, would you? Because I will not have a fucking Scooby-Doo what I'm doing. But yeah, instead, they're just there on their phones, mobiles, whatever, on Block Blast, whatever it is, FPL. Right, they don't give a flying fuck whatsoever. But Michael Oliver is literally right in front of it. He's right in front of the challenge. He's got a perfect angle. Lewis Skelly has his back turned as if he knows that, yeah, tactical foul, take the yellow, move on. I mean, I'm inclined to see what his reaction was when Michael Oliver whipped out that red card, because the camera obviously panned over to Michael Oliver the moment he whipped out the red. And honestly, I honestly don't know what to say. I mean, it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. Blackout. Why am I fucking surprised that these sort of refs want to be the center of attention and make people ramble on Twitter?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all the referees are there for in this country. just to be the center of attention and make people thinking, oh, actually, yeah, is that a red? Get people debating because no one can watch it in the UK.
Yeah,
Honestly,
facts. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about these referees anymore. I said before that they could have mustaches, they could have tails for all I care. They're all fucking crap. Like, they are absolute crap. And I mean, I'm laughing because we're used to this in this country
That's
now.
a good point. Gunnar, it's a wider issue on VAR. Apparently, they can't tell the ref to go to the monitor and sort out the decision.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I want to bring up as well.
So why are they there?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I want to mention as well. Right, early on in the season when we played Bournemouth away, Saliba got sent off, right? At first, the referee's initial decision was to give him a yellow card. What did VAR do? Intervene.
Yeah.
The ref went to the screen and gave him a straight red. Still, no complaints about that. I still maintain that is a straight red.
Was this a Bournemouth game you're talking
Yeah, the Bournemouth game away from
Yeah, exactly. See, they'll do it for that game.
Why can't you overturn red cards?
I know. It's a joke.
I don't understand.
Remember when we played Leeds a couple seasons ago? And then in stoppage time, Gabriel, when he was clearly not fouled, the ref gave a pen and a red, but then VAR did actually intervene, and then red. See, that just shows you can do it. So why couldn't they do it here? See.
Yeah, I thought they would have some sort of rules.
They are not allowed to get away with this as well.
Michael Oliver, look at me. I'm in phase 400 of refereeing, and I still referee like a fucking clown.
Oh my goodness!
Bro, this guy is ref for how many years now? He's probably played the game himself. Right, I saw Martinez yesterday against Fulham. Twice he's done that, by the way. You know the tackle I'm on about.
Yes.
Right, if he's in an Arsenal shirt, or if that's Miles Lewis Skelly, he's probably forced to watch an Astrid Wet video, let alone a suspension. Bro, honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm going to have kids growing up knowing the names of these referees. I should be knowing who Michael fucking Oliver is, or Mike Dean.
Doing me.
Like, I go, oh my days. Right, you could ask, right, German, Italian, French, I don't know. You could ask any of them, right? You will never see them complaining about the referee if they drop points. Never. Never will you see them complaining.
And it doesn't sound like the managers can really complain either, or else they get fined. Correct?
I know it's terrible, and the fact is, we even should be complaining because we won the game, so people can't use the excuse saying, "Oh, they're just salty because they're not." Oh, no.
It goes on and on and on.
Still needs to be had, despite the result or for threats or whatever. You cannot wash away from the real issue.
I think the threats, honestly, I don't think the threats are anymore.
The threats is wrong, but that's because they'll use it to just hide behind.
I don't think
they can't do that.
Can I throw a question in there? Can you name a single referee abroad, apart from Trossard's dad, obviously?
No, I can't.
He's great.
Exactly. We don't know them. Right? Who's the referee on Wednesday night against Girona?
I don't know.
We don't know. But with the English referees, if Michael Oliver or Anthony Taylor, whoever, was going to ref that game, it's like, oh, well, no point turning up, is there?
Yeah, we might as well.
No, because we know them already. We've seen this before. But with the abroad referees, they let the game flow.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to expect. See? It's just a
Yeah,
joke.
facts.
It's an absolute joke. It really is.
It really is. But guys, let's just move away from the refs. Let's talk about
We can be here all
result.
night. Oh.
Yeah, we could be, but let's talk about overall result. Obviously, I think Rory said before. I agree with what he said before. Even before we was 11 men, we started off not that great, in my opinion. You know, I remember Wolves, they had that chance in the first 10 minutes from, I think, Zarabia, when the volley came in. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, we need to seriously, wake up here. And we had a few decent chances. I remember in that first half, I think, was it from Havertz who missed that? Was it Havertz who missed that header?
Yeah. To be fair, we should have been winning though.
Yeah. But obviously, then we get the red card. It changes the momentum of the game. But what I like about it, I mean, and you guys, Cooper and Rory joined me for the second half, and then we saw Cunha have two massive chances. I think Raya made a fantastic save in that second half from Cunha, and then he missed one which went just wide at the post. But what I like about it is that when they got sent off as well, Wolves, I think it was from João Gomez. I think you guys said it like we'll win the game now. We're 20 minutes left. There's no excuses now, and that's exactly what we did, man. Super sub, Ricardo settings, man, showing them, man, how it's done, showing the attack how it's done. Clutch himself, great goal from him, of course. Obviously won us a game, but we saw Havertz again, missing sitters. But I mean, looking overall at the performance, guys, and the result, 1-0 win, it's 3 points, and we take it, a clean sheet, we move, but. I'll come back to you, Seb. Overall thoughts on the game, mate, and and the result for you.
I thought it's a very good result in terms of the circumstances, and of course, whenever you go away from home and win 1-0, keep a clean sheet, it's always a good result. And yeah, you're right. I think we were better after the incident. I think we were. I think before then it was just very flat. It was. And yeah, Havertz missed a couple of chances, and this just still shows you that there's still problems, that we still need that clinical striker, a top class striker. Exactly. Look at him at the weekend again, banging in goal for fun. Well, here we've got Havertz, and that's it. It just doesn't make sense, and he's not consistent enough. I've said this all along, but. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to make this a very negative one because we did win, and the main talking point is obviously on these officials. But fair play to the team. I'm going to give them a lot of credit because they were like, no, we're going to go for this. They didn't do what they did against Bournemouth when they just completely like, you know what, let's just push the Reese. Let's just put the self-destruct button. That's what they did against Bournemouth, but they didn't do it this time. They really kept going, fighting, saying, right, we're leaving here with 3 points. Even Declan Rice came out and said, that was their mentality. We're going to go out and do it. And fair play, they did it. Great goal, by the way, Calafiori. He took it really well. And yeah, after that, I think Arteta did set up a little bit defensively, and he did make some defensive moves, but they were the right ones. To be fair, he got that spot on. And yes, we criticise when we need to, but this one, full credit. See, we can praise when it's due. He got that spot on, and then yeah, we went on and got the victory. And it was important we won that, because whether you want to say we're in a title race or not, still Liverpool was smashing Ipswich like 4-0 at that time, so it was very important we didn't lose any further ground. But yeah, I'm happy with the result, especially considering the circumstances. And yeah, and obviously when Wolves went down to 10 men, you could see the manager's face. He said, right, that's it, that's okay and done. And yeah, but the thing is, we were doing well with 10 men, and we were doing well after when they went down to 10. It was just before we went down to 10 men, that's when it was quite flat and it was quite slow, all that. But after that, I think it really raised the tempo and all that. And I'm gonna say this, because the ref was that bad, I thought the Arsenal players and all that some of them should not have shaken his hand. Go off, just protest, walk off, and walk. Don't shake.
Do you remember what? Did you see what Lee Judge made after the game?
He's right. He's right. There is no way you shake that.
I want to call him a flag.
There is no way you shake that after a farcical decision. There's no way. There's no way. It doesn't matter whether we won or not. Because now whenever we say you can't say we use this, we're just overreacting. We're just bitter after the result. No, we can't say that now because we won and we're still angry about it. We're still moaning. Just shows you the consistency of all this. But fair play to all the players, and I will give them credit. But now what we've got to do is they've got to build on from this. We've got a big game next week against City, and then the Newcastle game, Carabao Cup, and I think those next 2 games are crucial for our season. We'll fully decide whether we're going to win something or not. I think this and the transfer window as well. I think this next week, 9 days in general, both on and off the pitch, is going to make or break our season. Off the pitch need to do their job as well, which I'm sure we'll come on to in a minute. And then on the pitch, you've got to beat City and you've got to go to Newcastle, and you've really, really, really got to make a name. Got to make a name for yourself. I still don't think we'll do it if we don't buy anyone in, because I just don't think we've got enough firepower to beat them 3-0 over 2-0. But I'm sure we'll cross that bridge when it comes. But this period now is crucial. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, just quickly shout out Calaflorian, man. He didn't follow me, but he liked the story. So
yeah, what a finish! What a finish that was. That was excellent.
Can we just play our defenders up front?
No shit.
Yeah,
Might as well.
But Cooper, bro, what's your obviously apart from the referee decision and all that we spoke about, what's your whole thoughts on going away to Wolves, getting the 1-0 win, Calaflori scoring? What do you make of it, man? The result?
Thought it was a great goal. It was very unexpected when it happened. Because even though in the chat I was like, "Oh, we could still win this," I was like, "Oh shit." I was proud of the team. Like Seb said, they for the first time this year, I think they kind of came together as a team. The things I take out of it is, the decision was terrible. But we got 3 points, and let's move on. And I think Arteta made the right call, the right sub at the right time. I'll be the first to jump down his throat if he doesn't, but he had a right to, and that's, I'd like to say, Gabriel again was just amazing.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yes, that's
Phone call.
important.
A phone call. Damn it! Why am I so popular?
Not right, man.
Oh shit! I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I just think, you know what? That captain band shouldn't come off of Gabby's arm. It shouldn't go back to Odegaard. And that's all I have.
I mean, speaking of Odegaard, the guy was ill, wasn't he? And we had to see Wanyeri play.
Yeah.
Shame he only got half. Was it first half, and he got obviously subbed off at half time.
Yeah, I feel bad for him as well. He had to get subbed off because of the red card. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for him. But our two academy graduates suffered the consequences because of a farcical decision by that incompetent ref. Oh, it's awful. I definitely don't think it will affect them going forward. I think they'll use that as motivation.
I don't know why it's always the Molyneux as well, just when we get the Popsy decision. But
oh yeah, remember David Luiz as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
David Luiz.
you're right. He's always that.
Well, to be fair, that was the right
Leno being
decision.
an idiot. Leno and the idiot coming out. What's he doing there, said mate? You know what I'm trying to say?
Let's not start this. The game was already gone because, again, David Luiz should never have gone. Oh.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then
That was our last defeat against them, wasn't it?
And then the same season.
Since then we've won all the time. We've always won.
Last that was the Martinelli one, wasn't it? when we lost 1-0. When we won 1-0 against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got that. Oh, dearie me.
It's always Wolves, mate. I don't know. I don't get it. It's
Now
mad.
you say-
Yeah, and this is a team that's supposedly, not getting the rub of the green with VAR decisions.
Yeah, and even their fans didn't come out and say, "Oh, well, you know what? We've had lots go against us, so it's about time we get one."
Well, there was that
they didn't do that.
Stuart Peasy geezer on TikTok, who's a Chelsea fan who was, I mean, I don't know where he gets his information from, but he was trying to.
Luca.
No, not Luca. He was trying to find. he was trying to find ways to justify why that was a red card.
There's
the
no way.
law, like all of that bollocks. I'm like, what is the letter of the law? Do you even know it, mate?
You clearly don't.
Exactly. But Rory, just quickly, what do you make of the result overall, man?
Yeah, it's a huge win, considering Liverpool winning obviously at the same time, and we had to, even when we went down to 10 men, I still expected us to win the game. Because say, like, despite the referee decision and how poor it was, if we wouldn't have won that game, I probably wouldn't have come out and blamed the referee. I'd have blamed ourselves for not winning the damn game, because it's Wolves in the relegation zone, for crying out loud. And we should be beating them, especially our results over recent years. So, yeah, I wanted a response in the second half, and fair play to the manager. I mean, give him props. Clip it if you have to, because obviously all I get told is that I'm negative. So here you go. Toxic positivity, apparently. The manager got his subs bang on, considering he had now on the bench. He only had defenders pretty much to throw on. Calafiori, obviously, brilliant finish. And I don't know what it is, but whenever we go down to 10 men, Calafiori is always there to deliver. That's 2 games now where we've gone down to 10 men, and he's somewhat bailed us out. And you know what? That was a smart change by Arteta, because when you go down to 10 men and it's half time, you're stuck in 2 minds, right? Do you sub on an attacker for a midfielder, or do you just throw on a defender and remain solid at the back? And that's what he did. And Calafiori, although I maintain that he's not really a fullback, there's no doubt that we are a better team with him starting as the left back, 100%. And yeah, the way he goes forward as well, like, he does offer us something different, and we look a lot more threatening with Calafiori down that left-hand side. And Martinelli obviously looks better. Speaking of Martinelli, he was, I'd say, really poor. But I don't really blame him, because he had a brilliant had a brilliant game on Wednesday night. But on the other hand, if Ødegaard wasn't ill, then I think Wineri would have played on the right-hand side and Martinelli would have played on the left. I don't think Trossard would have started. I thought Trossard was good in the first half, faded in the second. But I've got to big up the back 7, was it? Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, obviously, when he came on, and Partey, Rice. I mean,
Rice and Partey were great.
Say again?
Rice and Partey were great.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I reckon Partey's performance is going under the radar, as it always is. I mean, I keep hearing, but he can't defend transitions, can he? Well, that's a load of bullshit. Declan Rice, I think, has been superb since the turn of the year, considering he's playing out of position again. And I think now he's, I'd say, not really playing as the box-to-box midfielder as that Cesc Fabregas and David Silva role. He's almost playing as a double pivot now, and that seems to obviously benefit him. So, yeah, so far this year, I think he's been absolutely outstanding. And that's another good point, to be fair, from Dom in the chat.
Martinelli, big up Dom, by the way, mate. Legend.
Yeah, Martinelli does tend to struggle with low blocks. I wasn't really expecting Martinelli to have the same impact in that game than he did on Wednesday, because obviously there's more space to exploit in the Champions League. So, Yeah, I think Martinelli was very poor, but he did whip in that all-important cross for the Calafiori goal. I thought, yeah, Raya was superb. Timber, I've got so much admiration for him because of the amount of games he is playing due to that ACL injury. And you know what? I can't wait until Ben White is back so he can eventually have a well-earned break because he's just playing every game at this rate. And the fact he's maintaining his fitness so well, I have to applaud him for that. And you know what? The fact he actually played the full 90 after that horrific challenge from Gomez, like one of the worst tackles I've ever seen. Like 2 feet on the Achilles, come on. Like, I was surprised that he managed to stay on for the full 90 minutes. Gabriel, I think, as Cooper said, he should keep that armband 100%.
Yeah.
And Lewis Skelly, I thought, was really good to the point he got sent off, and obviously it's not his fault. So, yeah, the defence was solid and compact. We do get up to the forward line. Mentioned Martinelli, Trossard. The number 9, Kai Havertz. Now, you know what, right? Despite the missed chances, and I was getting frustrated, one thing I will disagree on most people about Kai Havertz, right, is the fact they come up with this narrative about he's lazy. I don't agree with that whatsoever because, to be fair to him, he worked his bollocks off in that game. Like, you saw him at the end. He pretty much collapsed, and that's a sign of a player that definitely needs a break, in my opinion. But we have no one. We have no one to play up front. We could try Martinelli and Trossard. We've been asking for that, but we're not going to do it.
He won't do that, no.
If only there was a
window right now, like we're going to sign a fucking striker.
So many headaches would be if we could just sign somebody in the window.
Yeah, we've been hearing Evan Ferguson and Sesko and like.
There's been a report on Twitter, that's been going around the past 10 minutes about apparently putting a 70 mil bid for Sesko.
No, come on, Josh. You're not falling for that, surely.
The sauce is for Jeeters. I thought that's the thing you eat in it.
What is that?
Fajitas? Fajitas?
Fajitas. Yeah, it's a Mexican food.
Absolute a load of bollocks, mate. We ain't trying to Sesko in January, mate. Come on.
Oh, you show that to Luca. Best believe he will fall for that.
Oh, 100%, mate. Yeah, 100%.
We'll find out at about 8:30 tonight, my time.
But yeah, as I was saying, right, Havertz definitely worked very, very hard. And I can't take that away from him, but at the end of the day, he's not good enough. And
he does work hard. He does.
Yeah. I don't think he is lazy whatsoever, but it's just, he's not,
he's not lazy, but he's just not physical, and he's not in the right place.
Work rate isn't, good enough to get over the line. And I think with them missed chances, I mean, we win that game 2 or 3-0. Like, if he finishes then. And look, this guy's 6'4", and the guy's closing his eyes every time. Every time he wins that ball in the air, he's always closing his eyes. Like, how would you expect to score with your eyes shut as you're heading the ball? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, apart from that, I can't really complain much about the team, really. And it's finally nice to see us winning a game with 10 men. And I know it was Wolves, but at the end of the day, like, away from home, you've got to dig in deep. And the way the players did that, yeah, I'm proud of them. But we need some fucking attackers, please. Because, again, Tierney at left wing. By the way, shout out Tierney again. Superb when he came on. Brilliant cross for, I think it was Havertz. Just couldn't get on the end of it. He's by far the best crosser at the football club, along with Saka for me. And you know what? If I had the opportunity, I would give him another year. But he's going to obviously go to Celtic at the end of the season.
He don't want anything to do with this club anymore because of Arteta.
Yeah, but at least, right, we have him from now until the end of the season, and then hopefully he can have a farewell, because he's been a good servant for Arsenal. He really has done. Despite the injuries, he's been a great servant, and he goes back to Celtic, his boyhood club. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Like, we get to see him for the rest of the season, but then he goes to Celtic, and hopefully he smashes it there. So, yeah, I think Tierney was brilliant when he came on. Who else came on? Were those the only two? Tierney and Calafiori. Didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. That was it.
I mean, yeah, two left backs coming off the bench is. I mean, it's just evident already that we need players coming off the bench, don't we? Not obviously. I know we were down to 10 men and it was a difficult situation, but still, you want players to come off the bench so you can counter-attack. And to be honest, I wasn't really concerned at any point during the game that Wolves were going to score. I knew we were going to hold out when we scored. So, yeah, we move in it.
Yeah, we do. Let's quickly. We're going to move to a bit of this window quickly, because we're 27 days in. It shuts on the 3rd, don't it? February.
Yeah, next Monday. Yeah.
Not that I make a difference for Arsenal, but I mean, it could be up until the rest of the season, and we probably saw him as a striker. But obviously, I wanted to get you guys' thoughts. Obviously, the one that we seems the most likely is this young Norwegian 18-year-old called Naipan. Like, I mean, seriously. Now the talk is that it's actually been a bit of a battle between Fabrizio and Ornstein. One saying one thing, the other one saying the other thing. Fabrizio saying that he was at Man City and he used to, want to go to Man City, and then Ornstein saying no, Arsenal need the race to sign him. But there's quite a few clubs. The guy's in England. He's been going to Villa. He's been doing the whole tour around England, and he's going to apparently decide the club he wants to go to. I mean, this is January. We're talking about this young 18-year-old kid called Naipan. Apparently got player of the season in 2 years. He's similar age when Odegaard burst onto the scene. He's actually number 8. That's his actual position, apparently. He's number 8. But he can play as number 10 as well, of course. I mean, it's just like, right now, I mean, come on. But I'll come to you first, Seb, mate. I mean, what do you make of the whole Naipan rumours, my friend? Is it what we need right now?
Not particularly, but the thing is, I won't be against signing him as long as he's not the only one coming in. The thing is, I don't mind us signing these young talents, but what we really need is players hitting the ground now. Well, I can see why he's going for him, because, of course, if he's a young talent and he's named the big thing, and obviously we are also light in that area of the pitch because Smith Rowe is gone and all that. So I can see why they're doing it, but as long as it's not the only signing, and I would want us to get him, of course, if we're very interested. But as long as like I've said, it's not the only one, but that's the only one that I see.
But what if it is the only one that we sign?
Then it's not good enough. Then it's poor. Then it won't mean anything. Especially if he doesn't come straight into the first team and doesn't make an impact. No. We need to be buying players in now that is hitting the ground running and helping us push on to win trophies. Not building for future or something and building for next season, because the season's still there. This can still turn out to be a good season. But we're just trying to waste it. We're just going to waste it. If we do not make any big signings from now to the end, then I'm sorry, we ain't winning anything. And this will just be a wasted season. And yes, questions will need to be asked as well on the ownership, as well as the manager. Everyone will need to take questions if they do not, because this was really the chance. And this is why I was moaning why we didn't sign anyone in the first week. This is why, because I just knew it was just going to continue weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. When the reality is we needed someone in, the very least, before that Newcastle game. The very least, because we had Newcastle, which we messed up. We had Man United, which we messed up. We had the North London derby. And then we had Aston Villa that we messed up. Those were big games. Those were season-defining games, pretty much. We should have had someone in. We were light then. And Saka got injured, don't forget, in mid-December. So there was still time to do something. It wasn't like he got injured after the window had shut. Because if that happened, fair enough, that's bad stuff. But if there was one small positive about that, is that it was before a window. So they should have gone in and identified the targets they want, worked on that deal, people behind the scenes, and got it in the first week. You can get players in the first week. City did it. And all this about, he's not available. He's not available. He's not available. All that nonsense. Well, didn't on-track fanfare say Mamouche's not available? He's not leaving. Didn't they say that? And where is he now?
City have done about 5 players.
You see, if you pay the money and you're serious about it, you get the player. I have said this time and time and time again. You see, Real Madrid do this all the time. That's why they're successful. Well, with us, it's...
I mean, what do we do with our championship? What do we do with our Champions League money?
Exactly. I
thought once we got in the Champions League, we were going to sign world-class players. And we haven't signed one.
Yes. And then people use this as, but it's PSRs, FFP. Excuse me, what were we told? We were in profit in the summer. We balanced the books, and we were told at the start that it weren't an issue. So why haven't we signed anyone yet? Why?
Honestly, I don't think the Cronkies want to win.
They don't.
You know, you got to pay out, because then if you win one, we're all going to expect you to do it again. You know. Plus, I'm sure, right? Like the guys get extra. I'm sure the players and stuff get extra for winning the league, right? With bonuses and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah. Absolutely.
Cronkies probably don't want to pay it. I mean, I'm just saying.
What's Josh Kroenke doing at our games? What was he doing at that Spurs game? What was he doing at that Villa game?
He wasn't even at the Spurs game. What was he doing? He came in a week later. He was never at the Spurs game.
Was he at the North London derby? Was he at? Wasn't he at both?
Zagreb, I think he was at.
Zagreb.
Zagreb.
Why?
Yeah. Against a shit team. Against a crap team, he saw him win. You know. But he won't be there. He won't be there against Man City.
No, he won't.
And I think Mark Oliver's he's gonna be ref in the Man City game, Arsenal game.
Better not be.
You know, he's the best.
He better not be.
He's the best, man.
You know he surely can't be.
I'm not saying he's the best.
He's not the best.
I'm not even an English.
I'm sorry. People's. Oh no, I don't want to get stuck into this. He's not ref in this game. He's not. He's that. He can't.
I'm just busting your chops
because he'll mess it up. You know he'll mess it up. He'll make another farcical decision, and then the abuse will go. Help me, PGO. Save me. No, no. Bye. You're useless. Out. No. Disgrace.
I mean, this is why I kind of want to. Well, not want to, but this is why I kind of understand if we do keep Arteta at the end of the season, if we end up trophyless, because this January transfer window feels like a really good opportunity, right? Arteta's clearly come out and said publicly that we need players and we're short on the bench, but the board ain't delivering. I mean, you've got players available that I'm sure Mikel would have admired 100%. You've got Osimhen available. Like, this is one of the most open January transfer windows I've ever seen.
But again, he doesn't want to deal with anybody with an ego. He wants to bring in an 18-year-old kid that he can mold and play in his system. That's what Mikel's more interested in. That's why this night pinch. It's ridiculous. In the January transfer window, we're talking about an 18-year-old kid. And you know, again, everybody else is getting a year older. This kid may take 2 or 3 years to get to where he is. You know, and everybody, you know, everybody's going to be older. So Saliba will probably be gone by then.
Yeah.
You know, and if Arsenal were any type of businessman, they'd sit down with Gabrielle and Saliba and be like, "What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, how do like Man City did with Holland? You know, sit him down, ask him what he wants, make him the highest paid player. If he wants 300, 300 bags a week, give it to him. You know, but they won't, as we all know. They'll wait, and then they'll say, "Oh, well, you know, we didn't do any business during, this transfer window because Saliba left, and we were left scrambling to try to find somebody to play the spot." It's, you can kind of foresee it in the future. But I said at the beginning of this window, we'll find out a lot about this team and this ownership.
Yeah, I mean,
The
my
manager.
criticism with the, January transfer window, right, in like the first 2 weeks was us not being linked with anyone. It wasn't necessarily us not signing anyone. It was the fact there was no links whatsoever and we had no plan in place. I wasn't expecting us to sign players within a week, but at least share some links. At least make progression.
Let us
with
know you're
the-
Let us know you're talking to somebody.
Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. Within the first week, I expect you to be progressing with at least 1 or 2 deals. But
There's nothing.
yeah, Cunha is the only
What's
one.
happened to Zubimendi? Why's that going? How come that's gone all quiet?
You know what? I said on my stream not long ago, right, that it
How
won't
come that's gone all
surprise me
quiet?
if we don't actually get it done this January and we're just going to wait until the summer.
If they do not do that this January and don't sign anyone in as well on top, that is
That's what we're going to mask over. That's
Yeah,
what we're
even if you
That
do
happens,
sign
that's a
January, we're
shambles.
still going to mask it over, isn't it?
You know what? That was a week's worth when they said they were going to sign him, Zubimendi. That was 2 weeks in the media that took away from the fact that they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then this Nightpan guy, it's all like most of this, the information. Unfortunately, the information around us is all nonsense in PR. I think along with the Michael Oliver thing as well. I think that when they talk about if you've had a shit game and people are going to be saying something about it, then don't go on social media, dummy. Don't read the newspapers. And I feel like yes, there were some horrible things said about Kai Havertz. And I'm sure Michael Oliver, but you know what? I think it's more PR than it is driven than anything else. It's to protect the league and it's to protect the refs.
Yeah.
So they're working and they have to be working together. After all, it's all profit driven. I was shocked to find out. I was shocked to find out that there wasn't like an academy for like refs, so that they know how to. There is none of that, right? They just kind of pick you out of obscurity and put you in and give you a 3-day trial, and if you suck, you could be in.
I mean, like, with this Naipan geezer, right?
Yeah.
Right, no disrespect to him, because obviously 18 years of age and he does look a talent, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
But is this another example of us resurrecting players from other clubs, from nobodies to, oh my days, we're going to make them brilliant in sliced bread? Like, what are we, Jesus FC?
Oh.
What's going on? It sounds like a trendy cocktail, the Naipan.
Oh, yeah.
You got the vodka, not like that, by the way, but yeah, you got the vodka, the elderflower, you know what I'm saying, and then you got the Naipan.
Yeah, this guy will be gassed up as well, man, big time. But look,
Right.
Actually, that sounded a bit wrong.
Maybe this guy could be like, really, really good player, man. Like, he's got good science.
Yes,
And
it probably could be, but the thing is, we need.
Yeah, I know it's just good, isn't it? It's like, but what about now?
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we need players now.
It's $10 million. If you want the guy, give him 15. sign him. Why's it got to take 2 weeks?
I would take him, yeah. I would take him, and that, you know,
As long as he's not the only person coming through that door. If he is, then that's a disgrace.
I said this when we are doing the stream about him. If we sign this guy and some attackers, then fair enough.
And he'll turn out to
But
be
if we
very
just
good.
sign the window and that's it, then come on now.
Because I remember the window. Because I
I
remember the window when we didn't sign anyone because when Aubameyang left. But we did actually sign a player that window.
Matt Turner,
No.
Alston Trusty.
Yes. And then guess what? He never played for us. Apart from
Did he even play a game for Arsenal?
That's what I'm
apart from a couple of pre-season games, he never
No, we
played
turned
for
around
us.
and we traded. We turned
It was
around
done
and
that
like got
Turner
rid of him in
January.
like
Well
2
done,
seconds.
done deal.
No, we signed him in February to come for the summer.
That was such a cronky signing because, you know, Cooper will know this. Cronky owns the Rapids, don't he, Cooper?
Austin
MLS.
Trusty. And then
And Trusty
we
came
never
from
saw him
Rapids.
play a competitive game for us. No,
Yeah,
God.
No,
sticks
he
against
was
us
gone.
in his own gaff.
Yes.
And he went Sheffield United.
He
Yeah,
played for
he-
like
he only made
Huddersfield
an
He
last
went
year.
from loan to
MLS
Birmingham,
that
and
was
then he
it.
went to Sheffield United.
I think he was with Huddersfield
Sheffield
last
Birmingham.
year. Now he is okay.
Oh yeah, it was at Birmingham, and then he featured in that MLS challenge
Yeah.
in USA, and then didn't play.
It's madness. Absolute madness.
Yeah, and like Wookie's telling us in the chat, you know, Tierney will go back and he'll win a trophy his first year back.
Yeah,
Of course he will.
all day long.
Of course he will.
Oh my days! But those about shirt sales.
But let's be honest, we should not be letting him go as much
No.
as we should get them go now. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything for him.
Shirt sales.
We're not we should not be letting him go now, especially when it looks like they're trying to get rid of Zinchenko. Because then we'll only have Calafiori. Because then we'll only have Calafiori, and that's it.
Yeah.
No,
We
we
won't
have
a natural
Kate.
left back.
Nah,
But-
there's no way Trusty's playing for Celtic.
Why
Yeah,
aren't
he
we
does.
getting? Why aren't we
Well-
getting rid of any? Why aren't we selling any players? I mean, we have, you know, we could get rid of 2 left backs.
He is playing for Celtic. Yeah, it is Celtic. Yeah.
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 No, but we could get rid of Zinchenko and Kiwi.
Kirill.
Yeah,
We could.
but why aren't we selling anybody? And then it's going to be the same type
At
of
least
crap
get rid of
next
players.
next winter. It's going to take, or next summer. It's going to take us.
To be fair, it's a risk selling players in January because you're weakening the squad and like.
We've already got a weak squad.
But yeah, I know, but like we still had money to play with anyway from the Nketiah and Smith Rowe money, so
I'm
I don't think
Ramsey.
it's worth selling anyone else in January. Just keep the core of the squad and then just add some heads through the door. You know what I'm saying?
It's just so frustrating.
Arsenal act like they have to sell before
Yeah.
they buy anybody.
It's just so frustrating though. Like, there's so many players out there, man. There's so many big missed opportunities.
I said earlier, like it's the most open transfer window, January transfer window anyway that you're ever going to see.
Right. You want the player pay the like letting Kvara go. Or did you see him his first game with PSG?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was killing it.
killing it.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
Why we didn't go in for him was a disgrace.
I mean, obviously Marmouche was available.
Exactly. And the on-track transfer said, no, we're not selling it. No, we're not going. No. Look, where's he now? You see,
I mean,
this
he
is
looked good
what
in his
happens
first
when
game,
you
to be
pay the
fair.
money, and when you agree, this is what happens. You get to the player. It's just
what do you guys make of the Evan Ferguson loan link?
Oh no!
Well, it's not going to happen, is
It
it?
won't happen.
Oh, no.
He'll go somewhere
Why?
else.
Because
Why-
like we've already loaned Neto and
Oh,
Sterling.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See, we can't
Yeah.
do it, and
We
we're
can't
not.
do- yeah.
There's no-
Can't
and
even-
we're not going to cancel them. We can't.
But like even if that happens, like really, Naipan and, or should I say that the trendy cocktail and Evan Ferguson. I mean, like, come on.
I gotta go make myself a night pan. I'll be right back.
Actually, that sounded so wrong. Please don't clip that.
I mean, Ferguson for me just I remember the guy before the injuries, man. That guy scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. He scored like 18 goals in one season, and then he got injured, and then ever since then,
Yeah, he was hitting it. And then
He was.
Evan
Ferguson.
Ferguson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ferguson.
And then João
he-
Pedro. Then he lost his place.
João
to
Pedro,
João Pedro.
even like Danny Welbeck gets ahead of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ferguson was still at Brighton at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
just-
I don't know, man.
Yeah, this will be again another one that's just. I mean, he's there for the Britain numbers. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's lack of ambition again. Like their third choice striker, we always love to take. Like it doesn't matter whether it's Brighton or whether it's, I don't know, Chelsea, Man United. We always love their third or fourth choice players in certain positions. We just love it, don't we?
Yeah.
Right, next we'll be going to Liverpool to buy Tsimikas or some shit, another left back.
It's great.
We've already got Chelsea, Man United. What's missing now? Liverpool.
Do you guys honestly think that we're actually going to sign someone?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Probably not.
No.
No.
The only one that I think could happen is Cunha.
Do you reckon?
I mean, you saw Gabriel at the end of the game with Cunha, so
Yeah.
that could be a possibility. But again, why is that not being done? That the guy's clearly unsettled. He wants to leave. There was early reports in January that he was going to sign a new contract. Like, look, I don't think Cunha would, elevate us to a Premier League title, but you want more of them players. Like with Trossard 2 seasons ago, more of them players, yeah. And then you sign that big number 9, a Gyökeres or an Osimhen. Osimhen, I swear he's got like a clause like 45 million. So you negotiate with flipping Napoli, and you pay that, and it comes to Arsenal. Weghorst was on loan at Besiktas and went to Man United. I know that.
Yeah. All this loan bollocks is a bunch of bollocks, mate. Like, you can come still.
Yeah, and like, there's no way Napoli are going to keep hold of him.
No.
Like, it seems like Conte doesn't really want him.
He bought Lukaku over him and everything.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And Conte does make these kind of signings, don't he? He's signed Scott McTominay. He's brought in Philip Billing on loan from Bournemouth.
Who thought he'd be? He's playing well.
Like Billy Gilmore.
Who?
Right.
McTominay.
Oh, mate, he's been best midfielder in Serie A this season.
He's been incredible.
Yeah. Fucking Billy Gilmore's in there as well, the ex-Norwich Chelsea player. It's madness, man, what he's doing with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, I'll definitely prefer Osimhen over Gyökeres, and this is why, okay? I think Osimhen camps in the 18-yard box more often than Gyökeres does. And I think that's been our issue. How many times have we seen Arsenal go down the byline and we whip it across, no one's there? You can bet my bottom dollar Osimhen gets on the end of most of them crosses, whereas I think Gyökeres is more... I don't know. I'm trying to think of
That is
other
fluid.
teams really that might suit. Liverpool maybe or Man United, who are gonna not like sit back, but that are capable of playing counter attack over the top, because he's a guy, Gyökeres, that you want him behind because he's so powerful. Whereas I don't think Gyökeres is that poacher like an Isak or an Osimhen. So I think them two would be my preferences. Not to say I wouldn't take Gyökeres, of course I would, but I think Isak and Osimhen are exactly who we're looking for, because they actually poach around in the 18-yard box, and they'll, finish the loose chances here and there. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'll be happy with Gyökeres, and then you have a Cunha. You have a Cunha on that side, and that's called building a team around these players.
No, we don't do that.
No,
We keep trying to get Sesko, and they keep saying it's a difficult deal. And the guy doesn't want to come halfway through the season.
I mean, we wanted him on loan, for crying out loud.
Right. My point is he's just another Kai Havertz 2.0. He's 2 inches taller.
Yeah, I agree.
He's
I
the
agree, man.
same. He's the same type of striker.
But at least he is an out and out striker.
I'd rather have
Havertz isn't
an
an out-and-out
Osimhen
striker.
or. I mean, I'd be happy with Osimhen. I'd be jumping all over. I'd be celebrating if we got Osimhen. But
all day long. What a striker.
But it's just this club just does not give a shit about the fans.
But you know who's going to be on deadline day if we were going to sign someone?
Rashford.
Marcus Rashford.
Rashford. Or he'd be like, he can play all across. He can play every position in the middle. 10-minute conversation I had with him.
Acting like it's England 28 World Cup squad, bro. 30
goals in all comps. 30 goals in all comps.
By the way. You just know, like, at some point, Man United are going to phone up Arsenal. Yo, do you want Rashford, mate?
20 million.
Yeah, good player. We can perhaps resurrect another career. Why not? Why not?
If you could get him for 20 mil, would you do it?
Rashford?
No.
I've never rated Rashford.
If you gave him for free, no. I wouldn't. To be fair with you, yeah, there's so many winners out. Even in the Premier League, I look at the Bournemouth.
Semenyo.
He's great.
He's brilliant.
I'd go and get him. I know it'll be tough because how well they're doing this season in January, but he's doing bits for them, man.
Yeah, it's valued at like 50 million this January.
Moose was smashing it at Frankfurt, and now look where he is.
So many.
There's no excuses.
Even that Lille striker,
Jonathan David.
Oh yeah,
he's out of contract in the summer. You get him for less than that.
I don't actually know that.
You can get him for less than that. At least 20 will do. Will even do it.
He's a striker every single. I know it's a French league, but every single season.
Yeah,
he scores like 20 goals every single season.
He's better than anybody we have.
If you have him, you'll still have money to buy another top striker in the summer with him. That's how you.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than anybody we have.
Yes.
Yeah. Out and out striker.
Yes.
And you would think.
You know what? If we were going to get Cunha, we'll play him up front. We'll play him as that striker because Arteta values a false 9 more than an actual number 9 when Cunha really is a midfielder.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could say predominantly a left winger.
I do hope we do get Cunha, but I don't think
we're not getting him.
Yeah, if it's anyone, it's going to be Marcus fucking
again,
Rashford.
That was more PR for a week to get us away from to keep us from asking.
Yeah. The thing is, right, if Marcus Rashford was going to come in, right, but we had like an Osimhen or a Gyökeres on top of that, then you know what? We'd probably not even complain too much because we've got that number 9 and they got Rashford on top of that.
But if it's just him, man, on his own,
it's just him, then fuck. And you know what? He's another one. He's another one that, same as Cunha, he'll play up front for us, won't he? he won't play on the left wing. He'll play up front.
Right.
And if you watch Marcus Rashford up front, oh my days. Oh my days.
The fact that they did, like I said,
the guy is an awful, awful striker.
The fact that they didn't get Kvara was criminal.
Yeah, that was criminal.
He would have been.
Dortmund's got a release clause as well at Atalanta. What's going on?
There's so many. Even that what's his name? Williams from Bilbao. He's got like 50 million.
Yeah, Williams is another one.
I know. I know.
Although Williams, I think, has been really poor so far this season by his standards, and from the Euros he had, I expected him to kick on.
Yeah.
Even if it's like not a left winger that produces GA every season and produces, that X factor, just give me someone of that sort of quality who's capable of taking on their man. Like Mane, although he won the Golden Boot, he wasn't all about stats or GA when he was at Liverpool. It was all about Salah. Right, but Mane would still rip you to shreds on the opposite side. So it doesn't even need to be a left winger that produces GA. Just get me a winger that is capable of taking on his man and has that,
And can dribble.
Final third. Someone who's threatening on the other side. So that will allow more freedom to Saka on the right side. Right?
Saka's you guys saying that Saka's going to be back, hopefully he won't be back till next season. Like,
well, that's
yeah,
what it should be,
it's
to be honest, because we should run back Cooper,
yeah, people keep talking about him. He's not back. They'll tell you he's coming back.
Come back, I'll be very, very surprised. But I won't be shocked in a way that Arteta will throw him back into the deep end, to be honest.
He should protect his career. And that just shows other players around him. Am I getting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, so speaking of right wingers, and Burmo's available as well. What's going on?
Oh, mate, there's so many that we just name it.
Burmo, Kudus.
There's so many that we just name it. And this club's just sitting there doing fuck all about it.
Look how many suspensions that guy's had. He clearly doesn't want to be there.
Mate, there's so many out there right now.
It's so unreal. This is why I said this is the most open January transfer window I've seen. When are we going to have like that January transfer window where we splash 60 odd million on Aubameyang?
Yeah.
That's when the striker was the issue. And at the time, we were all complaining. Well, not a lot of us, but we were sort of a bit apprehensive. Okay, brilliant. We signed Aubameyang, but we had Lacazette that season. And our defence was horrific. So we're like, well, where's the midfielder? Where's the defender coming in?
Coquelin and
yeah.
I'm getting
dying on that guy.
God. When I started watching, they were so. I used to think. What was his name? Mustafi was a good player just because he played for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like the first couple, and then I was like, man, this guy is just shit.
Oh, mate.
He was one of the worst defenders I've ever watched.
But
I didn't. Again, that's I've learned from that. You know what I mean?
There's literally a whole YouTube compilation of Mustafi mistakes. Like you can literally search it up right now.
I don't want to watch it.
Compilation of Mustafi mistakes. That's
I
how
lived
bad
it.
he was.
I don't want to.
Like this is why I'm like a debate with my mate about this. Who is like the worst defender? Mustafi when he was at Arsenal, or Badiashile at Chelsea? Because he absolutely despises him. We're having a debate about it. Who was worse? And I'm saying Mustafi.
I did, Wookie. Fly Eagles fly, man.
I ain't got a clue what you're on about, but nice one, man.
No, yes. If I watched the Philly game yesterday, Philadelphia Eagles.
Listen, Cooper, I tell you something now. Are you feeling the 8th? Is it 8th February for the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I think so. It's like 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks away.
I'm gonna do for the first. No, I did it last year, but I fell asleep because it's really late in the UK, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Super Bowl live watch on if you want to come on with me, man. You
right.
NFL, yeah, and Dom as well. Please watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be fun.
Yeah, sure, man. Who's in the final?
Philadelphia and Kansas City.
Do you support any of them or not?
No. I mean, I don't mind the Eagles. Like the Eagles and the Giants and like the Cowboys and the Reds. Well, not the Reds. The Commanders now. Like, they were always in. But the two laughing stocks were always the Eagles and the Giants. So I don't mind. Like the Giants. Tottenham is definitely the Cowboys. Like
the thing is, the wages wouldn't have been a problem for Osimhen if we didn't have. Like you look at our current players right now. I'm sorry for interrupting, by the way.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I was just saying. This would not be an issue if we didn't have our current players on such high wages. Like Havertz is on over 270 grand a week. Jesus is on. I'm pretty sure both of them are on like 400k combined. Like, this would not be an issue if we didn't have our players on such high wages right now.
That's right. We've overpaid and undersold for years.
So, again, this is down to the club, in my opinion. Like, we would have got Osimhen over the line. This is a player that Arteta wanted before we got Jesus, by the way, but didn't get him.
Shock.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, that's when you see what happens, guys, in the window. Probably nothing. But yeah, anyway, let's move to our final topic, man. We couldn't talk about Wednesday's game. We're already through in Champions League. We're already through last 16, so I expect a lot of rotation, man. I actually feel like I was doing a preview today, looking into Girona's season. They're also out of the Champions League, so they've literally got nothing to play for, man. This game reminds me kind of like the PSV game last season. I hate using this word, but I think it's kind of a dead rubber. I think it's kind of like a free hit sort of game. But again, it's still Champions League. They're a side that obviously, I mean, fair play for them to get in Champions League, but I feel like they've declined because of their players, man. I mean, they ain't got Dovbyk anymore. They ain't got Savio anymore. They ain't got that Kulo anymore. So they lost a lot of their good players, man. But right now, they currently sit 8th, and they've still got a lot to play. There's still 2 points off of Europe. So I think their main focus is going to be on Europe because they're already out of the Champions League. So that's why I'm saying, like, this game, it's not going to really be pretty, I don't think. But I expect
Did you say Girona are 18th?
No, 8th. 8th, sorry.
No, they're 31st.
No, I'm talking about La Liga. La Liga.
Oh, La Liga.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I thought we meant the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League. I think they've won one game the whole, and that was against that Slovakian team, that Bratislava. Other than that, I mean, Liverpool played them. I think they gave Liverpool a good game. I think it was 1-0, and Salah scored a penalty, but that was it. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I mean, the 8th in La Liga, they're like 2 points off of European places, so they're going to be focusing on that, man. Yeah, listen, I think going into this game, I said, we got to rotate a few players. They got some decent players. I mean, they've got some experience there. I still can't believe Daley Blind, by the way, is playing football. And I thought the guy was about 40. The guy's 34. I sat there today, I'm like, how's this guy still 34? I'm sitting there thinking, this guy's fucking over 40 now. But yeah, he still plays for them. You guys may remember Van der Beek, the guy from Ajax, Man United, Everton, and now he plays for them. You guys may remember Dan Juma as well, the guy who was at Villarreal, Tottenham, and Bournemouth. But then, and other than that, they lost majority of their players last season, didn't they? After getting top 4, they got completely raided. So I expect rotation. I'll give my lineup in a minute. I'll come to you first, Seb, mate. Thoughts on this game Wednesday night away at Girona, and
Can I interrupt? I got to run.
Oh, no worries, Cooper, man.
All right.
Bless up.
I think we should win this game. Hopefully, score a couple goals. Other than that, we move on. But thank you guys very much. It's always a pleasure. Everybody in the chat, hit the likes and subscribe if you haven't. All right. Bless, guys.
Bless up. Peace, Cooper, bro. See you soon, man. Legend. Yeah, sorry, Seb. Yeah, your thoughts on Wednesday and the team you'll go with as well.
Well, we should do the job. No excuses. But yeah, this is a game I do want us to rest quite a lot of players. I want Timber rested because he's played a lot. I want Saliba rested because he's only just come back from injury. I want Havertz rested because he's literally our only striker. I want Rice rested. And I probably want Gabriel rested. I want those 5 in particular rested, ready for the weekend. But yeah, this is a game we only need a point. We're pretty much through. Girona are out. So yeah, even our second team should go out there and do the job. But of course, I'll still want us to win because it's Arsenal. I always want us to win. We're not like Tottenham that want us to lose just to stop them winning the league. You see that? Look at what it's done to you now. Now you can't buy a win because of all that. But back to that. Yeah, so yeah, nothing much more to say. My mind is really on the weekend, really.
I think it'll be the same with Arteta and the players, man. I think they'll be looking more at the weekend's game.
Yes, but I mean it, Arteta better not be playing some of these guys.
By the way, Josh, sorry to cut you off, but I've just seen some transfer news regarding John Duran. Now, I don't know how true it is, but Fabrizio Romano has reportedly come out and said that we made a call for John Duran.
What? Fabrizio just said that now?
Well, apparently it was a video or something.
What, like Arsenal made a call for John Duran?
Yeah, it's on Twitter, but I honestly don't know. Like,
see, that would be a good signing, man.
Another one available, by the way.
That would be a really good signing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But we'll have to wait and see. We made a call. Wow. Let's see what happens, people. But yeah, no, Seb, yeah, as you say, man.
Yeah, players have to be rested, but Arteta better not be playing anyone that's carrying knocks. Because if I hear that they have, and then they play this game, Vinicius asking for trouble. Because we need everyone rested, ready for the weekend. But yeah, just use it for a bit of momentum, use it for a bit of pride. But of course, we still have to go out there and get a point, so we can do that. And maybe it is important of where we finish as well, because I think if you finish first and second, then you can't draw each other to the final. I'm not sure if that's true.
Say that again?
I think maybe if you finish first and second in the league phase, you can't draw each other until the final. I don't know if that's definitely confirmed, but I don't know the actual format of that. But those are the rumours I have been hearing.
We already got top 8, haven't we, though? Qualified.
We need 1 point, pretty much. It'll be pretty much yes, because of our big goal difference. It'll need a monumental fall for us, and to lose, and badly for not us to do it. But they'll do it. They have to be really stupid not to do it. So
yeah, would do it. And what would be your team if you had to pick one?
Okay, so Neto
in goal.
Yeah, Neto. Yeah, I think this is a game for him. Go and do it. Yeah. So right back, I'll bring in Josh Nichols from the reserves.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Why? Because you want someone in their natural. That's a natural.
I think he's injured.
Or get someone else from the reserves. Do that. Centre backs go Kivior and Calafiori.
Yeah, I can
run out. Left back, Kieran Tierney.
Yes, come on.
Yeah. Then in the midfield trio, I want Rice rested, so I probably would still play Partey. So Partey, Moreno, and Lewis Skelly. Give him a game in midfield in his natural position.
He can play this one as well, funny.
Yeah, he can. Because it doesn't involve Europe. And then go Wanieri on the right. I'll go Trossard through the middle.
Okay.
But that does leave you who's to play on the left, because Martinelli. We can still play.
Oh, Raheem the Dream.
Oh yeah, Sterling. No, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Go Wanieri, Sterling, and Trossard. Go with that.
Wanieri, Sterling, Trossard. Okay, it's Trossard.
Yeah, go with that. But that's still a fairly strong team still.
Oh yeah. And I agree. We should be rotating, man.
Yeah, rotate. But Timber, I don't want to see play. Gabriel and Saliba, I definitely don't want to see play. Gabriel, I don't really want to play. Rice, don't play. Havertz, don't play. I think those 5 in particular, you do not play.
Sorry, who do you play up front?
Trossard.
Oh, Trossard.
Yeah, especially not Timber and Havertz and Saliba. Those 3 in particular must not feature.
Yeah. There we go. Rory, what about you, man? Thoughts going on Wednesday game, and what would be your team as well?
Yeah. This time I will go Neto in goal. I didn't go with obviously Neto in goal against Zagreb because I just wanted to get the job done without, the second game in mind. So Neto in goal. I mean, if he doesn't play, then he's not going to play at all, is he? Right back. Yeah, I agree. I don't want Timber playing. Oh my days! This is the first time you're ever going to hear me say this, but I think we can get away with Partey playing right back.
I think he'll do that as well because he did against Monaco,
Yeah. And because we are through, I think, yeah, we can get away with playing Partey as a right back. We're not going to concede 5 goals because Partey's playing there. So I think we can get away with that. I would love Josh Nichols to obviously start, but I think he's injured. And I don't think we have any other right backs in the academy that we can throw in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have. And
No.
yeah, I'm not even trolling. I think we can get away with playing Partey there. But that's the only time you're going to hear from me. Partey playing right back. I agree with the back two. I think Kivior, Calafiori. And then left back, I'm going to play, obviously, Kieran, Zinchenko. I'm joking. I'm joking, Tierney. And then midfield, I'd like to see Jorginho in there.
Yeah.
Marino. I guess you go Waneri. And then right wing, Martinelli, Sterling and Trossard.
No King Kai.
Nah, he needs a rest.
Okay, there we go. Predictions. I've gone 1-0 to the Arsenal. Seth?
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0, okay.
2-0.
I'm going to say... I'm going to say 1-1. I think we're going to draw.
Draw, okay.
Yeah, but that'll be enough. That'll be enough for us to
Yeah.
So, quite frankly, I'm not really bothered about the game, to be honest. But it would be nice to obviously... In fact, Butler Adeji as well. That could be a shout.
Oh, yeah. Do we give him a chance? I would. You know what? That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Bring him off the bench, yeah.
I mean, he came on against Zagreb in like the last minute, so surely he's got trust. So he is a striker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not? He might be better than Havertz.
He might
He's an actual striker.
fucking hat-trick. Oh my days, man. It's mad. But yeah, that is that, guys. That is the pod done. Appreciate everyone obviously you tuned in today. I think we're like 2 laps away from 40. So anyone who's not liked the stream up, make sure you guys smash the like buttons up. 2 away from 40, that'd be greatly appreciated. But appreciate everyone tuning in today as always on both the streams. Also, we'll be back again tomorrow. I'll probably do the transfer video because I think we've already just said about the Iran, so we'll probably talk about that tomorrow.
Let me see if there's any further news about that.
Yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow, guys. And then I've got a show with my guy Liam as well. We'll do our Bayern Arsenal show at 9 o'clock. And then match day will be Wednesday, guys. So live watch along, match review, all this. So Dom's gone Butler on the edgy as well, to be fair. So there we go. Why not? Why not, man? Yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate everybody. Big up Cooper and everyone out here as well. Big up the chat every single time. You're absolute legends. Seb, Roy, you guys want to shout anything before we get out of here?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to watch along Wednesday and a match reaction, but that's about it. It's going to be a boring watch along, to be honest, because it's just a game that no one cares about. So
it is, to be fair.
Yeah, are you doing a watch along for the game or?
Yeah. You know me, mate. You know me. Every watch along, man.
Dedication.
I even did the ones in the pre-season friendlies, mate. Come on.
Yeah. We're waking up at 2 a.m. and
that. Vibes, but Seb, do you shout any articles?
Yeah, I've got one coming this weekend, and it's going to be an interesting one. I just feel it comes in handy because of.
Oh, do you know what? We ain't gonna have time to talk about the Man City game, are we?
Oh. Well, we're going to do. Well, are we doing a separate preview for that?
Unless we get a few Man City fans on, or Man City, or LB, or Big Steve.
I will ask them. Yeah.
And then we can do like a big one, maybe Arsenal fans and like us and maybe LB or Big Steve or Man City. And I'll find out other Man City fan.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll do that. We play Sunday, don't we?
Yeah, Sunday.
Maybe we can do that like Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, would that be pre-recorded or like live streamed?
I might do it live because there's a lot of us, and people need to have their say, don't they? So it'll go on for a while, won't it? So we'll do it. We'll do it live, hopefully, guys. So yeah, Dom just says reports say it was just a call to Villa and nothing more.
This is what we do nowadays, don't we?
Phone calls and all this.
Hello, this is Arsenal Football Club. We signed Duran, 85 million. Goodbye.
That's it, shit, though, isn't it? I can imagine. I can imagine us doing that as well. Oh my days. Oh, it's madness. But yeah, guys, that is that. Appreciate when you tuned in. We'll see you lot tomorrow. As always, big up. Come on, you Gunners. And